Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Exciting day. Let me close here. So, well, let us start. First of all, let us see, as mentioned yesterday, actually, yeah, I was expecting such move yesterday just because the correlation between DXY, SPY, Bitcoin, I have said DXY is going to retest its support. It did yesterday twice, it failed, and even it didn't pump hard, but as you can see, uh, it's lifting up, and of course, with some bad news coming from China, it was enough to push SPY down, and Bitcoin is following. Something I was expecting a little bit yesterday just because of the flow activity, even such options. So we need to see. I'm shorting since yesterday, and in my opinion, we will form like a double bottom before we can lift up. I will check what's going to happen then if we are getting more inflows related to spot exchanges, if something will change related to option trading, exchange walls, and so on and so forth. So the whole picture as usual, as we like to do every day. Yeah, weights ratio was lifting up, also confirmed by the 30 hours moving average, and indicating we are hitting, or at least we reached. Let me see if we reached. Not yet, but we are very close to reach the very high level of weights ratio. At the moment, we are maintaining 92 in the moving average and 97. That's big. That's really big, indicating almost everything that's coming in on spot exchanges is related to weights and not to retailers. Well, stablecoin reserves on exchanges, as mentioned, it lifted up. Now it looks very stable. Even here it lifted up and then it dumped. I mean, I know where these dumps are coming from Binance, because we are seeing their big, yeah, still we are seeing detecting their big stablecoin outflows every day, indicating they're taking profit and withdrawing the stablecoins, and at the same time we can detect what's happening to Tether supply. As you can see, the market cap on Tether keeps declining. So that's huge. 11% within a week. That's really big. That's really big. Well, stablecoin supply also here dumped once. It looks like it's lifting up a little bit. I think that's related to USDC because it's doing the opposite of Tether. Even it declined a little bit since yesterday, but no, today actually. But it looks more up than down. So looks like, I don't know, that USDC is maybe going to replace Tether to have something like, let me take the wording of my big friend Powell, a soft landing. Maybe that's their plan. Maybe. So let us take a look to the next chapter, that's flow activity. Yes, yesterday I have mentioned that. I mean that's really, if you take a look here, and I was a little bit surprised. We are not talking about 20, 30, 40,000 bitcoins inflows, but we are trading with low volume at the moment, so it's enough. And I couldn't see all that stuff, all these bitcoins here. I mean, a little bit here, but that's it. I mean, that wasn't really big. And we are talking, I mean, today 6,000 Bitcoin here just 3 hours ago. Another 888 Bitcoins, now 1,500 Bitcoins coming in, 1,800. And yesterday night, I mean, I was sleeping, but it started with 6.2, then afterwards 2.5, then afterwards 1,000, another 3,000, another 3,000, another 1.6, another 3,000. I mean, yeah, they are accumulating, and we will check the CVDs later on because I had a little chat with 52 SKU, if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Because this guys, I mean, we have some really good analysts on Twitter, and it is fascinating us what FTX is doing at the moment because they're buying, accumulating spot, hiding it, pushing futures, so pushing the price with futures, and while we are trading in a sideways run, and that's usually something we had this in the past several times, and I have mentioned just because they're accumulating doesn't mean that's bullish. That's a very common pattern by institutionals. They like to do that, and the question is, they I can't imagine, or I didn't remember that if FTX was doing that last year. It's almost new for me that FTX it's using. I mean, I would say that a big institutional is trading on FTX. That's my interpretation. And I mean, for me, it makes that a little bit easier because I know how they trade, and so yeah, I know actually what kind of data I have to look at. So we see huge amount of bitcoins arriving. Of course, also here some outflows. I mean, 6,000 in, 6,000 out. Then here as well, but you don't see all that here. I mean, usually if you have, for example, all the stuff here, you should see big outflows here as well. And yeah, we have some, but it's also indicating, in my opinion. I mean, maybe they're accumulating their bitcoins, they're buying them, and just. But even then, we should have a bigger volume, in my opinion. However, um, we can't detect huge amount of stablecoins, and instead we are indicating or showing here huge amounts of stablecoin outflows. So they are selling. That's in my opinion they're exiting. Not be careful. I'm not saying we are not going up again because in history of recessions we always had such kind of exit rally, and I'm still missing it. So for me, the best scenario would be go down to 27, form the bottom, and then go up and trigger such kind of exit rally. We need to see. So yes, that's what's happening here. I'm thinking if I'm going to illustrate now the market maker, no, no. That's enough. Let us take a look to the futures. Future trading. What happened? Well, I mean, funding rate down, funding rate up. Okay, so they demanded more shorts, and then when we have started to dump or to decline, it's not a big dump, at least not showing here. They have started to demand more longs. So yeah, why not? Um, Sorry, my mouse again. The open interest didn't change a lot, so maintains relatively, yeah, I wouldn't say flat, but the level isn't the highest. And even the leverage ratio declined. It's lifting up now again. They are longing with high leverage, it seems, or with a rising leverage, something. In my opinion, I would be very careful because if we have here our local bottom from 12, maybe we are going to hit here. So if you are trading high leverage, they would liquidate you, in my opinion. But it's your money, it's not mine. I did my lesson already, and it wasn't actually high leverage. So let me see here. Okay, we have here our stablecoin net flow indicating we can see more outflows than inflows. And even here, for example, that's Bitcoin merchant or Bitcoin net flow related to derivative exchanges. It looks more green than red, but not. I mean, yeah, we received a lot just in the last hours. I mean, we have here 2000 Bitcoin, 1000, 1500. It's not the same we had in the last past month or weeks. Here, 2.8 arrived and 2.6 left. Yeah. So compared to what we have seen just last week, that's nothing. That's really nothing. It looks like, I don't know. I'm missing some capital just to absorb all these bitcoins and to go up. But maybe they let them fall to a certain price level and to buy them very aggressively. That would match to my double bottom idea and then pump hard. We need to see. Let us check here. Oh yeah, I didn't refresh here. What's happening related to Binance? And okay, we had 2.5 billion in longs, marginal longs yesterday on Bitfinex. Now it's a little bit less, but also less shorts. On Binance, yeah, longs declined, shorts declined. I don't care. I don't care. Um, longs on Ethereum at Binance, I would say it's the same, and here it declined a lot. Even they have more longs than shorts, but it declined a lot. So we can see, at least on Binance, we still have more longs than shorts. And it's not the same. We had just last week 2.5 billion also on Binance and longs, and now it's 1 billion less. Okay, now that's becoming more interest for bulls, in my opinion, because if we check that's just wow. I mean, we are not talking about huge bar volume because 210, I would say that's almost 100, yeah, 200 million maybe. But yeah, it's indicating, I would say, the volume maybe a little bit more shorts than longs. That's really a long time ago that I have seen that on FTX. Um, we need to see what's going to happen here. I mean, we are talking here price above of 30,000, between 34 and 31 to liquidate them. And yeah, but you see how wide that is and the density. I would say it's maybe a little bit more longs than shorts, but it would at least also match to Binance. So let us see. And that's what I mentioned just before when I have started this analysis, where I had this chat with this guy, the 52 skew. Because that's something that's incredible. It's incredible, and the big question is why they are doing that. It's not clear to me. Usually, and I have explained that in different times already. When you see such kind of move, traders expect here, look, 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 they say, they are accumulating. Yeah, they are right. Usually in accumulation schematic, you would see such pattern, okay? They let the price down, they accumulate, they let the price go down, they buy again, and so on and so forth. But just to accumulate doesn't mean we will see the next bull run next. Accumulation can also mean I'm going to load my gun. Okay, it doesn't mean that I'm going to kill someone, but I have my gun loaded, and maybe they are going to use that to dump the market next to generate some fear, for example, because it seems we didn't capitulate yet. So if we check what they did last time, they accumulated quick. What did the price? Of course, we went up. And what happens next? Of course, we dump hard. They sold even more afterwards. And right now, it's looking like they are doing exactly the same. And that's the question. I mean, they're pushing down the price with coin margin contracts, just shorting, future shorting, coin margin contract shorting, and right now it looks like quick accumulation. If and that's unusual for FTX because I didn't see that before. I mean, since in the last few months, yes, but last summer I can't remember that. And that's something, yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, Coinbase don't care anymore. They are just buying, 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 buying all the time, really. I mean, mostly since we reached 30K, and yeah, as you can see, that's what these guys are doing. So, yeah, I would be very careful. I mean, I'm shorting. I'm not going to close my short right now, just if I see the market is going to flip. But I tell you why I'm not stopping to short at the moment. I'm expecting this double bottom first, and we need to see. It's because these guys. You remember I told you, oh look, they lifted up, but we need to wait. Yes, we need to wait. And in my opinion, the big show will start soon. If these guys want to sell again all the bitcoins until they reach the balance of last summer, they still have enough ammo. So just to go back, that was 5,017,000 and we still have 40,000 bitcoins left. So and you remember that was aggressively, that was generate fear. I don't see the fear I don't see, at least at the moment, that's their goal. It looks more like distribution, like redistribution. Redistribution is just a transition to the accumulation phase, and that looks really, I mean, redistribution just means they are distributing and shifting to a lower range. They distribute their lower range. They distribute their lower range. Of course, we are using bear market patterns with fake rallies and so on, but that's, in my opinion, what's happening. And you can see here it's confirmed also by a second source. Look what they are doing. Okay, we can see here again activity. And you remember what happened last last week? And that they have started like that. So if they have this 40,000 Bitcoin and waiting and even just buying more to sell afterwards, that's going to be pain. At the moment, that's why I say I just want to see if the price really goes down to that area here, what the market does. If the volume is rising, if I see stable coins are coming into spot market, that could be a sign that we will flip. If I see that these guys are pushing and then starts to accumulate, wow, I'm going too long. Then I'm going too long. I'm not going too long anymore like I did last time. That was too early. So, yeah, and we still have other entities, as you see here. So, these guys have both have started to buy. Not sure if they are accumulating. And even these guys, yeah, they are not really accumulating. They are, it's much more, yeah, tendency showing an uptrend, but not looking very accurate at the moment. So much more waiting for what? What will happen next? So yeah, we need to see, but in my opinion, we will see really just a retest of that area here between 27 and 26, something like. We need to see because right now it seems that the volume is lifting up, but yeah. So let us see. Coinbase, yeah, at 31.5, but nothing big at 28. 28 could be very interesting for us. 28, and the next would be 25. Deribit, waiting at 25. Bitstamp, 28. Okay, that's and 27. Binance Spot, they opened here 26, but 25 is the biggest, and as you can see, they reinforced, it seems, some walls there just to prevent maybe an uncontrolled dump. Bitfinex Spot, yeah, we have here a 28 as well, but nothing big. FTX Perp, a lot of different orders here, buy orders at 24. Kraken 25. Bybit, BitMEX 25. Spoofing like hell. Binance limiting the way up at 31 and at 26.7, I would say 26.6 and 22.7, 23.7. Okay. Bitfinex derivatives. They still maintain that block here at 30,800. And they are buying, or at least, yeah, I mean, look, 8 Bitcoin, that's not big at all. That's just indicates a little bit their sentiment, but that's it. Kraken, they stopped here 20, 23, 25. FTX spot 22, Jesus. 25.5, 24. I don't know. Many of them are really expecting. I mean, this was. I'm not saying they are accurate. They can take them out. They can do a lot of things with that, but I really don't know. 25, 25, 25, 25. It's all about 25. Personal conclusion next.